Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your host and game master, and I am joined by three stellar players. Zach Brass.
That's me.
Dom Brass.
That is me.
And Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet? I am he is I.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark game, published by Evil Hat Productions. How are you guys doing?
Great. It's kind of nice out.
I was talking to a friend of mine who you guys don't know, but who has started listening to the podcast, and he referred to you guys as the brass section. That's fun, isn't it?
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Have you guys gotten like a lot of those before?
Constantly. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. I've gotten a lot of gang-related jokes because my last name is the same as a famous gang.
Which one?
The Blood. So listeners, if you think those are funny jokes to make, you're wrong. Don't make them. Nate, you had something you wanted to talk to us about today.
Yes. I would love to do one of our classic date the recording openers.
Nice, yeah.
So Mike, I'm sure you are very happy right now. As a renowned hater.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
You can finally say Akira Toriyama is dead. And hate all things Dragon Ball and peace.
So you are evil, man.
So that happened. And I decided to go back and watch the first couple episodes of the original Dragon Ball. What a wild freaking show. The first episode, a giant dinosaur ties Goku to a tree, and he gets out by using his tail to just pull the knot like a Looney Tunes character.
Oh, yeah. So it's funny because our editor and I live together, and we also started watching Dragon Ball because of that. And I forgot how absolutely insane that show is.
Bonkers.
Goku is basically just Tarzan.
I have nothing to say about that. I think the passing of that man is very, very sad. I am not an anime guy. I have watched a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z that I was forced to basically at gunpoint. And it's one of the least favorite things I've ever had to watch. That's just my personal opinion. I know people love those shows, but I do really like Dragon Quest. Those video games. And he was the like lead artist on those, and like the Dragon Quest slime is like the perfect monster illustration. You can't really get better than that. Just a smiling little blue blob. And so that's what I'm sad about.
Fair. The slimes were good. I don't really like JRPGs, so that's my hot take.
What?
Internet.
You don't like JRPGs? Oh my god.
Racist!
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
racist.
that's how
Yeah.
you guys sound.
That's pretty racist. No, I mean, hey, I totally agree with you. This guy is a racist right here. Hates JRPGs. What a
You're all
dude.
hater-ass haters.
I'm sure there's one or two good ones. Pokemon's fine.
Persona!
Dark Souls. There you go. GG.
No. Oh, Dark Souls barely counts.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Let me. You guys are all, to some extent, Dragon Ball guys, right?
To some extent, yeah, for sure. We grew up on that.
I was raised on it, yes.
I would say yeah.
Like, it's a classic.
Let me just ask you, because it's something I genuinely don't get from what I've seen. Like, what is it about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, all the others that you like? Like, what's special about it to you?
Well, the first one is just hilarious and amazing.
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z to like the shonen genre of like battle anime is like the Star Wars trilogy is to blockbusters and like nerdy ass blockbusters, you know?
It's the template.
Like, do I go back and think, wow, this is a great movie? But it's like, no, but it for its time, it was revolutionary and it's like created the snowball of what like can happen.
And in case it wasn't obvious, that's Nate's hot take. He doesn't think the original Star Wars trilogy was that great.
Oof. We don't have time.
Nate is right about that.
Dude, we don't have time for this, guys.
We're
It's
not even
crazy.
going to get into it.
Thank you, Mike.
I don't want to have that discussion, but just remember that our editor is a huge Star Wars fan, and he will make you sound terrible.
Yeah, that's true. He can like
Like, you
absolutely
can't
fuck
tell
with you.
someone who has never seen Star Wars that episode 4 is better than episode 7. 7 is
We're not
just a
gonna have
better
that
version of 4
conversation,
Nate,
redone.
you don't understand. We do not
For
have
its
time.
time,
for this.
is it more impressive?
don't-
No.
Dude,
But,
you
like,
gotta
as a
stop with the
standalone,
Star Wars.
just-
We could
you're gonna
go.
watch
This
these
could
two
The
movies?
whole podcast could be Star Wars.
I would just like to point out that you're the one who brought up Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, dude, we were supposed to be paying our respects, okay? And how often do we have an excuse to talk about anime with this freaking anime hater over here?
My complaint about Dragon Ball and anime in general, like, the art style has never been the reason I've never gotten into it. And like, I don't have anything bad to say about that.
Good, because that would be
No,
unacceptable.
I think he was a very talented man, clearly beloved. I'm sad for my friends who cared so deeply about the things that he created. So 4 months ago, R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. This is a weird opener.
On behalf of the Escape the Dungeon podcast, the editor would like to apologize for the mispronunciation of Akira Toriyama.
Welcome to the Procyon sector. After taking some downtime and looking for a new lead, Crash, Cypher, and Gorpheus have returned to watery planet Mem. There they met with old friend and cryptic texter, Lasaya, who revealed that the Cult of the Seekers worked for the mother of the galactic hegemon and seeks to use the artifacts they've hunted for to expand Imperial power. She extended an invitation to meet with the hegemonic mother, which the party graciously accepted. A powerful and imposing crone, the old woman had but a simple question for our favorite hunters. How do you feel about the most powerful faction in the galaxy, the Guild of Engineers? How will our heroes answer? What does this mother truly want? And what does the future hold for the Phoenix 13?
Those guys fucking suck.
Was that the right answer?
Yeah, we're not crazy about the Guild of
We don't really believe in
Engineers.
guilds and such, you know?
Well, I'm not so much anti-guild. We just, there are
Isn't that
some
why you
very-
left the way? Wasn't it too much of a, political shindig? Bit of a guild, you could say?
No, well, yes, it is because it's a guild, but it's not because guilds exist. It's like the guild was led astray, and that's the problem.
All right, Gorpheus, tell us one guild you like.
Well, fundamentally, I do like peace in the galaxy, right? I don't mind some level of policing necessarily. Like the rule of law is allowed to exist. I just, fundamentally think I don't often do well in those, areas.
Yeah, I don't really like cops, to be honest. I'm not sure I agree with you.
I mean, I don't have a great, time with them, but I understand that they have a place in the universe just like I do.
Yeah, don't they normally point at your little, face tentacles?
Whoa. Yeah, no, absolutely. They do. I mean, I'm not a popular guy always in the universe, but we all have kind of a purpose. Does that make sense? I'm not full anarchist, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, maybe we should talk to her, instead of, you're being a little rude.
Cut to the oldest woman you've ever seen sitting on a massive throne, literally looking down on the three of you bickering about this.
I'm so sorry, ma'am.
It sounds like the three of you are not too fond of any sort of power or structure. Most interesting, seeing that you stand before the mother of the hegemon of the entire galaxy.
Well, it's more of a guild thing, There's something about them. They're real political and hoity-toity about it. Just call it a club. We know what
Captain?
you really mean.
Captain? I think we have nuanced takes on the subject matter, and I do find there is a bit of irony in this situation, Your Highness.
Urbot, you seem to have strong feelings about the engineers in particular. Tell me more.
They do not think that I am worthy of the same rights as one of you, simply because of how I was born to this world. I believe in robot equality and freedom, and the Engineers Guild, they do not.
Equality and freedom. If you could ask for anything in the entire galaxy, is that what you would ask for?
Well, I got my title back, so yes.
And you, Zeno, if you could request anything your heart's greatest desire, what would you request?
Probably, like, my heart's greatest desire, right?
He says, staring at Lisaya.
No, yeah, ignoring something silly, probably just, like, to be able to, I don't know, try to restructure the power organizations that be, but I kind of don't want to be involved in that. I don't know, man.
Corvus, you're doing it again.
I know, I'm doing it again.
Just say Lisaya.
Peace in the galaxy!
Peace. And you, Captain, what would you ask for if you could?
Oh, man. You're really putting me on the spot here, huh? Well, I suppose, intergalactic harem would be a little off the table. Immunity from the law would be pretty amazing, actually.
Immunity from the law.
Not for bad things, obviously. Just, sometimes we have a little misunderstanding, and, it's just way easier if I could pull out a card.
Enough. She raises up a hand, and there's almost like a wave of force that, like, pushes you back as she makes this one small gesture. You see, when I open the Hantu Gate and I spread the power of the hegemony into parts unknown in this galaxy, it will be as if there's a fresh slate, so to speak. Tabula rasa. And in this new system, there will be new opportunity to find and claim these things you ask for, to be rewarded. Do you understand?
Not really. So are you saying that you're gonna like restart the world?
No, it's a different system, kind of. Yes, I think we get it. Cypher, you get it, right?
Yeah, I think I understand. You think we should run?
Leave the galaxy. Does that mean you're gonna be the greatest racer in the universe now?
That does have a good ring to it. But the Engineers Guild, they won't stop then. We should crush them. We must go to war, gentlemen.
It's always love and war with you.
Right?
Perhaps we should speak of specific details, for there is an opportunity to be rewarded the things you seek should we work together, and perhaps also opportunity. And she's looking knowingly at Cypher. To destroy that which would destroy you. And she gives you a wicked smile. And then all of a sudden, the doors into this throne room slam open, and you look behind you, and you see stomping into the room in a huff is your bra Rahim.
Ah, your bra. Looking a little upset, buddy.
Hegemonic mother, you cannot be serious. You cannot expect to do business with these fools, these reckless, careless hunters. You don't understand the danger that they've put Lasaya through, the way that they almost destroyed everything we've been working towards.
Whoa. Are you just gonna take that, Mother Lasaya? Or the Hegemon Mother? That's pretty rude and aggressive for somebody to just burst in on our meeting like this.
It is rather rude. Your bra Rahim, what are you doing? Hegemonic mother, I beseech you, do not continue business with these fools. They may have been lucky enough to get the first key from Lithios for you. But I swear upon all that have come before me, they will lead the cult of the Seekers to ruin if you continue working with them. I have heard your complaint before, Bra Rahim. We all have. I take your counsel seriously, though I also have heard the truth directly from Lasaya's mouth. So why don't we give these three a chance to speak for themselves? And she looks to you, and she says, it is true, to some extent, what your Bra Rahim says. You have put my disciples in danger.
Well, I mean, we were attacked by pirates. That was hardly our fault.
Well, it was a little our fault, but with that in mind, the quests that you need to be done are quests that can only be done by folks who stray outside the norm.
Besides, she was never in any real danger. I mean, we handled it the whole time. I mean, rock climbing's dangerous if you don't bring along the right equipment, and it just so happens we're the right equipment for a pirate attack.
And arguably, we were in way graver danger in the crazy cult that they dragged us to, which we also nailed. You're welcome. And I mean, the pirates were definitely less of a threat than that. It was just kind of a fun Tuesday.
Practice, warm up, you could even say.
So what I would like to happen here is I would like you guys to try and convince the hegemonic mother to basically side with you guys over your Bra Rahim. I am going to start a 6-segment clock that we'll call Convince Mother. And because you guys have existing positive status with the Cult of the Seekers, I'm going to start this with 2 out of 6 segments filled.
Boom.
So you're already on your way. She's already predisposed to working with you guys, but with this challenge, she wants to hear you guys sell yourselves, basically.
It's a job interview.
Yeah, exactly. This is a job interview. So you guys have already made some opening arguments. So based off of what you guys have said so far, how about I get an action roll from somebody?
I'll start us off.
Yeah, what is Cypher gonna do here?
Sway.
Because this is not like a regular job, all of this is going to be basically risky standard. You don't need to worry about we don't need to worry about it too much.
That is going to be a 5.
That's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tick off 2 more segments of that clock, bringing you up to 4 of 6. And I'm just going to bank a complication. If that's cool with you guys. It'll be a pretty minor one, since this isn't a regular job role. But just a thing I'm going to put in my pocket.
Look. Hedge Mommy. Can I call you that?
That's going to be the name of the episode before this one. So she seems pretty convinced. You guys really just need to seal the deal here. What do you guys want to try and do to, like, really win over the hegemonic mother?
Oh man, should we do something really impressive?
What, like crazy magic or something?
I don't know how impressive that is to the Cult of the Seekers.
I feel like she's probably, good on the magic.
Well, that was what I was thinking, but like, what else? Like, what you're gonna do? Like gun tricks?
Yeah, you
I was
have
thinking
a
we
point.
talk to them.
No. Well, yeah, I agree.
Wait, you don't want to
Sorry.
see me do trick shots?
Well, I don't know what you meant by like something really impressive. Okay, I thought
like a cheer routine.
we faced the agony. Okay, I thought that was pretty good, especially considering the 2 people who had previously been sent to chase the agony clearly needed, that kind of assistance. It just didn't. You didn't have the right tools, and it's worth noting that we dealt really well with that impromptu pirate attack. 0 fatalities. I don't think anyone even got hurt.
Whoa.
Other
There
than
were
the pirates.
fatalities.
The
Just
pa-
on
the
our
pirates.
side.
Right, on our side. That's what I'm saying.
And let's be real here. Your Bra Rahim was there, and he had a gun, and he kind of just did nothing with it.
He
was useless.
missed.
Absolutely.
He lost. I don't even know.
We left
Right.
him with weaponry, and he couldn't handle it.
He said that he had some level of training and could handle it. That was a miss. Like, we needed a bodyguard that we didn't. Like, we had the 3 bodyguards, but it's a bigger mission than that.
It honestly, it felt like maybe he was just negligent in his disclosing of information to us, which made our mission, quite frankly, as the protection, more difficult. It was pretty irresponsible, if you think about it, for him to suggest that he could handle the situation when he clearly was completely incompetent.
Okay, I'd like an action roll for somebody.
I got this. Let's go. Sway, dude.
Okay, risky standard sway.
Let's go. That's 2 6s.
2 6s is a critical success, as the hegemonic mother, with a smile, just says, "I believe I've heard enough."
Guys, I think we're nailing this interview.
Your brow Rahim shakes his head, and honestly, he looks like he's about to cry.
Oh, no.
And he just says, "You, respectfully, Mother, you don't understand. If you are going to allow these three fools to lead the cult of the Seekers into their next day, then I'm afraid I can no longer follow." And he throws his Cult of the Seekers membership card onto the ground.
What?
And he
What
storms
is this
out
guy
of the room.
doing? It wasn't that big a deal.
I'd like to stop him right before he storms out of the room. And Cypher's just gonna whisper in his ear,
She's our hedge money now.
just let him keep stomping.
And so your brow Rahim leaves. And once he is gone, the hegemonic mother says to you, "I hope you will forgive that interruption. Now, let us talk business. We have done ample research on the key that you brought us from Lithios. We have made great strides towards our goal of reopening the Hantu Gate, now that we have it. I am pleased to say that we have leads on the 2 remaining keys that will need to activate the gate. One, believe it or not, we have detected here on Mem. Kulak, our scientist in charge of the research, said that he believes we never would have made this discovery if it were not for your key acting as some sort of beacon, he said."
Oh yeah? Is that what he said, huh? Well, if he wants to talk about it more, I mean, we're definitely free,
Yes, I would ask you to speak with Kulak. He can provide you more details on the key here on Mem. What I wish to speak to you about personally is the 3rd key. You see, this we have detected as well. This key, our sensors tell us, is on SB-176, the asteroid headquarters of the Guild of Engineers.
Ah.
This, I will be honest with you, was quite a surprise to me, as surely, if it were within the headquarters of the Guild, they must be aware of such a thing. So, using my contacts and resources, I reached out to the CEO of the Guild of Engineers, Avalon Riot herself. I will be honest with you, I attempted subterfuge, manipulation, calling upon the powers of the Way, as I thought these would have been necessary to uncover the truth about the key. But it turns out such things were unnecessary. For when I asked Avalon, she came right out and admitted it. She does have the key. She keeps it in her personal office on SB-176. She uses it as a paperweight for her desk.
That's probably gotta be the most expensive paperweight in the galaxy, huh?
Indeed. I inquired if she would be willing to part with the key for a fair price in service of the hegemony. She might as well have spat in my face. She agreed to sell it to the Cult of the Seekers for a sum of 400,000 credits. And she just grimaces as she says that.
Yeah, definitely the most expensive paperweight in the galaxy.
This offer filled me with such divine fury, the likes of which the galaxy has never known. This is the gravest insult the mother of the hegemon could possibly receive. So I task you, hunters, fetch the key for me.
So you'd like us to bounty hunt an object for you, you could say.
If that is the terminology you would choose to use, then yes, that is what I task you with.
Just, mechanically, I mean, we're bounty hunting this thing, right?
I would say so. Yeah. Cypher? Any thoughts?
Yes, that is how we would like to refer to it. It's easier when tax season rolls around.
But important question. Do you need us to get the other one? The one on Mem here?
Of course, we will need both keys to complete the set and activate the Hantu Gate.
All right, perfect. More time on the beach.
All right, this seems like a done and done kind of deal.
It sounds like we gotta go meet up with Kulak, right? That's probably the first thing we should do.
Yes, he can provide you details about the Memish key. I warn you, hunters, when you approach the Guild of Engineers, be careful.
Careful's our middle name.
I thought your middle name was Rodney.
The Phoenix Careful 13 crew. If you want a job done with finesse, look no further.
Oh, yeah. That's us. Finesse.
Before you depart, hunters, one final word. As a reward for your previous work for the cult, and as an advance towards these 2 jobs of finding the remaining keys, I will be sending a substantial payment to your ship. Use it wisely.
Thank you for your kindness, ma'am.
Sounds like we might be getting enough for some more personal vehicles.
Oh my god, can we, Captain?
I mean, what else would we use it for?
I have placed my trust in the 3 of you. This is not something I give out lightly. Do not make me regret this.
We as a crew have a pretty much perfect success rate for the past several months at least. So, I think you're in good hands.
You are dismissed. Return when you have both keys.
Cypher curtsies and leaves.
Ma'am, thank you for your time. Okay, we leave the room, and I just go to Crash. It's like, dude, you got me so stressed out in there. And then I got me stressed out in there, and then you got me stressed out in there again.
Oh, no, I think it went well. She definitely likes us.
Dude, I don't know, man.
No, you're in. Is she like Lasaya? She like her grandma or something? I'm not exactly understanding the relationship.
No, she's part of the Cult of the Seekers. I think she's a different family. Is that right, GM?
Kind of like a spiritual grandma.
A spiritual grandma called Mother. All right, I got it. Well, either way, I'm pretty sure that as the motherly figure in her life, you're probably in. I mean, she wouldn't take her eyes off of you. She seemed very infatuated with your answers and the roguish good looks.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, I think it turned out well.
I mean, we got the job at least.
And she gave us a bunch of money, she said.
You know what? I'm gonna choose to look on the bright side.
I think we did decent. To be completely honest, Morpheus, you kind of fell apart there.
I did. Thank you.
You were the one giving us the pep talkings, and you were the rambly one.
Look, I think it was endearing.
Captain, you are a little too captain, but that's how we like you.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
complaints.
yeah, that's the thing I kept thinking.
No notes.
I mean, I had complaints. To be honest, could have stressed me out less. But you know what? You're you, and that's your charm.
All right, well, let's go find that hunk of a scientist and get this mission rolling.
All right, let's go.
I forgot he was a hottie.
You guys are pointed in the direction of Kulak's lab, and when you walk in, you see this like pristine white laboratory, super advanced technology everywhere. Glowing and beeping devices line the floor and walls, and sort of standing at a central console looking over some holographic displays, you see Kulakt, big, muscular, wearing nothing but a Speedo and a lab coat. And when you walk in, he's like, "Oh, hey guys. Nice to see you again."
Hey, Kulak.
Hey, Kulak.
Hey, Kulak. How are you?
Come here often.
Yeah, I come here every day. This is my job. This is where I work.
That's so fascinating. Wow.
You guys don't have any positions opening up, huh?
You know what? We actually are looking for an intern. Do you know anyone who specializes in xenomarine biology?
Oh, well, I actually went to community college for xenomarine biology. Oh, what a coincidence.
Oh, great. If you're interested in making a career change, you could submit an application online.
I could just submit it to you, too, right?
Oh, no, we really do ask all prospective candidates to submit through the online portal. That way it's just, the easiest for us.
All right. Well, we'll workshop that. Anyway, we heard that you had some, you were going to come with us on a mission, right?
So the mother told you about the key here on Mem.
Yes, that is the only reason we are here. We are here for business, because we are business people who are very into our business.
Yes.
But we like to party, too, We're not all stiffs.
Yeah, but right now we are
not
stiff.
all stiff, but we're
business minded in this instance.
Definitely respectable.
Yeah, come take a look at this, guys. There's something I really want to show you.
I'll come over. Whatever.
Is this too close, or can I?
Yeah, get closer.
a little. They're so warm.
Really scooch in.
Wait, can you feel body temperature?
Do you work out? I mean, geez.
I do a lot of swimming.
Fucking men.
And so, Kulak hits like a couple buttons on his console, and a 3D hologram of the planet Mem pops up. And you can see that like 95% of the planet is covered in water. And he hits a few more things, and you see that the key that you discovered on Lithios and turned over to the cult, it's sitting in like a crystal display case, and when Kulak hits a button, it starts to glow, and at the same time, a little dot appears on the map of Mem, sort of on the other side of the planet from you.
You guys really chose as far away possible to set up base, huh?
Hey, we didn't know where this thing was. We didn't even know it was here.
Well, no, I'm not blaming you. I'm sure it was just the planners, you know?
Well, yeah, no. Well, it happens. It's just kind of ironic. Of course, we'd be on the other side.
No,
of the planet.
yeah, it's a little ironic, I guess. Here, let me zoom in a little bit.
He does a few keystrokes, and the map zooms in on the glowing dot. And he says,
Like I said, we didn't know this was here at all until you got the key to us. But when I started doing some tests on it, it's like it started acting like a beacon of some kind. Look at this very closely.
and he points at the glowing dot on the map, and you can see that it's like pulsating a little bit.
Now, I don't know for sure, but I feel like that key is trying to reach out or contact our key. Like they're trying to communicate somehow.
Like the Dragon Balls.
I don't understand that reference.
You wouldn't get it.
But you want to know what the weirdest thing is?
What?
And it zooms in a little bit more. And he says,
Just, tell me if you're seeing what I see.
and you notice that the dot in the middle of the ocean seems to be very slowly moving.
Oh my god, I hope it's inside of a whale.
Oh, that's sick!
Are we gonna Pinocchio this?
Dibs on Pinocchio.
Alright, well, I'm definitely more of the Jiminy Cricket type anyway.
Now, I don't know exactly what this means, but it definitely seems like the key, it's moving. And I think it's getting closer towards us.
Has it been on a sort of steady trajectory, like straight towards us, or?
Slow, but steady.
Yeah, because if it's still halfway across the world, I mean, that thing is barely moving.
Yeah, it's only been for a few weeks, but it is marginally closer than it was before.
Is this a large planet?
Pretty big, yeah.
Guys, I think we should get a submarine.
Can we borrow a submarine?
I think we should probably take all of the money that we got and buy a submarine.
Well, no, wait. Can we borrow? I'm asking. Can we borrow a submarine to do this? I think that would probably be important, and just considering.
Can't you breathe underwater, Gorpheus?
That sounds like you want to do the acquire an asset downtime activity.
Yes, I guess I want to do the acquire an asset downtime activity.
Before you do that, I'm not connected to the way. I'm just a humble memish scientist. But I have an idea, Gorpheus, if you'd be willing to indulge me.
Yeah, maybe, sure.
Well, you see, you are connected to the way, and you were the one who found the key. So I was just thinking, just like a little hypothesis, maybe you can try to commune with the key that we have and see if maybe you can, I don't know, get something from the other side, the other key here on Mem. Oh, only if that's something you're cool with.
What? No, yeah, sure. I mean, it's not like it seems like it could be fruitful. I just assumed you would have had other people.
Gorpheus, be cool and do whatever he says.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
That was a brilliant idea. Probably the best idea anyone's had today. So why don't we do that and get a submarine? And you're coming with us, right?
Oh, I'm not a field agent. I'm just a scientist.
Well, don't we need a field scientist?
And he sort of scratches his chin, and he says,
A field scientist? Huh. I never thought about that.
All the best scientists discover things unknown and go where there is no people and stuff.
Go where there is no people and stuff. That's real inspiring words, Crash.
Oh, well, you're such an inspiring person, they just came to me.
Well, yeah, maybe if you guys really think you need me,
So much.
maybe I could help out.
Oh, I'm sure that you'd be the most valuable member of the crew. I mean, we don't know anything about water, you know? I mean, H2 what?
I know some stuff about water, guys.
So anyway, Gorpheus, you want to give this a try?
Yeah, sure. I'll help you with your key thing. Actually, I did have one question. Has anyone else tried?
No, you see, I thought about asking Lysia, but I mean, just between the four of us, I heard about the Lithios mission and how Lysia said she almost gave in to the dark side of the way.
Yeah, she was fucked up on that mission, let me tell you.
Well, okay. There was a bunch of psychic way, forces interacting with us.
Almost possessed by the won't, I see.
Yeah, exactly, actually. But, I think that's fair. There could be dangers, I suppose, with interacting with this thing. So I say let's just give it a go.
And so Kulakt removes the key artifact from the crystal container it was in, and he hands it to you, and he says,
just really focus on it and tell me everything you get, okay?
Gorpheus, could you please make an attune roll for me?
Absolutely. Ooh, that's a 4.
A 4. That's a classic, you do it, but with complications.
Classic.
So, Gorpheus, here's what happens. You focus on this key, the key that you brought from Lithios and gave to the Cult of the Seekers. And as you focus on it, as you channel your consciousness and the power of the new way into it, it feels like you are stepping out onto a bridge. A bridge that goes across and then into the infinite oceans of Mem. And suddenly everything is dark. And in that darkness, a light. It starts out dim at first. It is a dim, faint, orange color. And it gets brighter and brighter until it is almost like looking at a small sun going supernova. And it's so bright that you have to look away. And you look away from it. And you see damp, dark flesh all around. Like you are, in fact, inside a creature.
Let's fucking go.
Then you hear a familiar sound. It sounds like chanting, singing a terrible, terrible song. And you look all around and you see mutated individuals climbing up the walls, the fleshy walls of whatever thing you are inside of. You see horrible, horrible nightmare creatures. You look around, and you see one figure, impossibly tall, limbs impossibly long, gray matter coming out of the skull. And in the middle of all of that gray matter, a chunk of green crystal. And this figure skitters towards you. It notices you. It places one hand on your head, and you can feel yourself being pushed back as your consciousness rapidly expels away from it, out through the fleshy walls into the water of Mem. You're pushed back, you're pushed back, you're pushed back until you can see what you were just ejected from. A colossal, fish-like creature with countless glowing tentacles coming out the side of it, and a single bright orange eye that stares at you. And that eye splits open, and you see that the eye is also a mouth that is filled with rows and rows of teeth, and it lets out this terrible scream that ripples the water. And you snap out of it. You're back in the lab.
Garfius, pay attention. Garfius, what does it look like? Garfius.
Cypher,
Gorpheus.
shut up. Okay, okay. They're inside. Oh my god, guys. The agony. It's the agony again. And it's the same guy. It's the same guy.
He came all the way over to Mem?
I know, I don't know.
I guess he's probably looking for the keys.
Dude, they're in a fish. It's in a fish. Yes.
Is it a shark?
No, it's like a tentacle fish. Like Eldritch Horror. It's a cyclops too.
Like some kind of mutant way kraken.
Yes. Like a mutant way kraken.
We've never fought a kraken before.
It's gnarly, man. It's eyes, also a mouth. So that's crazy.
So, what's the plan, fellas?
I figured we'd get a submarine, yeah.
Yeah, it kinda sounds like you'll need one.
Perfect. We've got quite the collection of vehicles, so it only makes sense that we get one for every terrain.
I guess if that's what's happening. It seems to be the case. We need a submarine, so.
All right, well, first thing we should do is figure out how much money we got from the mother.
Yeah, so when you guys depart Kulak's lab, you return to the Phoenix 13, where you see that like a cache has been delivered to you. And when you examine that, you see that you have received a payment from the hegemonic mother for 10 credits.
Mike, do you think we could call a Land Rover submarine?
A Land Rover.
Yep.
I mean, there is no submarine.
No, so this is like exactly what the acquire an asset downtime activity is for. Like if there is something you really need to get a job done that you don't regularly have access to.
Okay, but what if we wanted to buy one?
Well, wait. No, he's letting us rent one. Let's do that instead.
But only for 5 credits more we can have it in case we ever go underwater again.
We're never going to go underwater again.
You don't know that.
I do know that, okay? We get to decide
you don't know that.
Yeah, okay, but
Look,
it's
worth it as long as we use it 6 times. It pays itself off.
Okay, guys,
I'm pretty sure.
I can fuck around with the personal vehicles, but we're not buying a submarine for no reason.
You just want the pet.
Yeah, I do,
We're
but
not
I
getting
keep.
a pet.
Okay, I whatever, dude. We're not getting a submarine.
A submarine with a face drawn on it.
Okay, this is fine. I'm fine. Gorpheus is not stressed out.
All right, fine. We'll rent the sub.
If you guys really want to buy a submarine, I'm going to say that costs 12 credits.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
What?
We're not doing it. We're acquiring an
That's
asset.
insane.
And also, guys, if I don't know about you, Cypher. I think I'm gonna pay money to heal myself because I didn't know I was, gonna fight a eldritch abomination and the agony. So I feel like I might want to fix my
All right,
arm.
you have cred.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we just got 10.
Yeah, we got 10. And then
That's what we got from the last job. You should
we
have
got
cred.
stuff from the last job. We got credit from the last job
You
too.
can
That's
still
what I'm
buy
saying.
a submarine.
We're not buying a submarine.
We'll just rent the submarine.
We'll rent the submarine. We'll buy some other fucking vehicle later.
You're both quitters.
Just because 12 is a lot. We could buy 4 personal vehicles for that much. And
I
that
did
would
like
be
the
cool.
face drawn on it though. That was fun.
Can't we buy personal vehicles that are also little mini submarines?
You're already kind of stretching the believability of like how much stuff you can have on your ship.
It's a tow truck. It's fine.
It is a tow truck. We're just towing the submarine.
I sleep inside my personal vehicle at this point.
So, to acquire an asset for a submarine, you are going to need to pay 1 cred to do an additional downtime activity because everybody's already done all theirs for this period. But then on top of that, you need to roll crew quality, which I believe would be 1 for you guys.
You got this, Captain. Flirt with the cashier. Get us a deal.
The result of this roll determines the quality of the asset that you get.
All right. Well, I rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay, so that means you get an equal quality submarine. So you get a pretty basic one. It doesn't have any major flaws. It doesn't have like a ton of great, tech or anything. Like it's going to be the bare bones of what you need for this. If you want, you can pay additional cred to increase the result of that. So for 1 cred, you can get a quality 2 submarine. If you want to spend 2 additional cred, you can actually get a quality 3 submarine. And what I'll say is that for each additional quality you get, you guys can have like 1 bonus feature of this submarine that you want.
Ooh, do we want to rent the bougie sub?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna get we're gonna spend as much as we're allowed to.
That's 3 cred, I think.
Yes, 3
For
cred
bougie
total.
cred, for a bougie
Yeah, so
sub.
3 cred total. You get the best quality submarine that you can get access to. And we'll just bank. You've got like 2 bonus features to this submarine that you can kind of spend as you want, almost like flashbacks or gambits once we get into the job. I won't make you choose what those things are now.
One of them is massage chairs.
Okay, you've got 1 extra thing.
Shut up. One of them is massage chairs. Who is this guy?
You don't even have muscles, Cypher.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's the feel of, you feel like a king when you're in a massage chair. Captain, I thought you'd be with me on this.
Oh, I love them. It's just, you just seem so passionate for something I didn't think would make much of a difference.
And I think it sounds like you guys are about ready to start this job. Yeah?
I do want to do one more mission. I want to spend cred to try to fix my arm.
Okay, are you going to try and do it yourself or find a doctor?
Absolutely. Gonna do it myself. Just a regular roll, right?
So spend a cred, take a stress, and roll your doctor skill.
That's a 6.
A 6. So you are going to mark 3 more segments of your recovery clock. What does that bring you to?
That will bring me to 5. So I'll spend an extra cred to bump it to 6.
Okay, so if you spend an extra cred, that will bump it to 5 segments, so that will be more than enough. You can clear all your harm. As your broken arm is repaired, you can finally take off your space cast and get your normal function back.
Good idea. Those things are terrible and gross when you get them wet. It really probably would have been a terrible time.
Yeah, and less likely to get eaten without a broken arm. So,
So, you guys have your mission. It sounds like you've accepted it. You've got to get a key from inside a mutant way kraken that apparently also houses another chantry of the agony. How do you think you want to approach this? It's time to roll for engagement.
Okay, so what if we disguise our submarine
As bait.
as bait? Yes, exactly. As the Kraken's like, that looks yummy, and eats us as we sneak in.
Then we bust in and, sneak through, obviously, with our fish disguised submarine. I'm pretty sure they don't even chew. They just, swallow stuff, so...
all right, just throwing this out there, little bonus. The guy, he saw me, and then he pushed me out. I saw the Kraken. It saw me.
So do you think you should not come on the mission?
No, I'm coming on the mission.
Because we're sneaking into a giant Kraken, and they're probably going to find you immediately, Gorfius.
I don't know what the consciousness of this creature is. It might know we're up.
Does our hunky scientist know anything about way krakens?
Perhaps I can help you do some research if you want to try and gather information.
You don't just know stuff as a scientist?
Come on, guys, this is the game. Play it.
Yeah, well, all right. I suppose we can spend more money.
You actually don't need to spend money to gather info. That is something that you can do for free. But just tell me how you want to try and gather info about this Kraken thing.
I want to set up the TV and show him all of Cypher's home video Animal Planet videos and just get him talking about weird animals and weird krakens and just fish.
They turn on Squid Week.
Sure. So give me whatever action roll you think is best for that.
Cypher is going to consort. And that is going to be a 2.
A 2. Okay, so what Kulakt explains to you over the course of watching some space documentaries, it is known that there are a lot of way creatures native to Mem, but there's just so many species down there in the depths of the ocean, much like our own oceans here on Earth, that people just know nothing about.
Guys, I was just talking to Kulakt, and I think I got a bunch of really valuable information.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, did you know there's thousands of way creatures in this planet? It's so fascinating, you know?
I guess. Does that help?
And this squid one that we're going up against is really big and scary.
Nice. Okay. Cool. I could try to do something like interference. It was in pretty deep, right?
Yeah, seemed to be at basically the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, and the only light was the glowing eye.
So this seems like it's a, infiltration mission?
Are we planning on totally killing 1 million zombies and way monsters? I don't think so.
I kind of like the idea of maybe actually killing these guys.
All right. I mean, normally that's kind of Cypher's pitch.
Oh, so when I have a valid reason to want to kill people, it's messed up. But when you want to do it, let's go to war. All right, I see how it is, Gorfius.
Okay, no, that's not how it is. Okay, maybe fine. We'll just do an infiltration.
That's fine. Pitch it, Gorfius. Go.
If you guys want to outfit the sub with weaponry and shields, those can be the 2 bonuses that you got.
I mean, it would be a waste not to try and shoot a giant fish underwater. I mean, honestly, you've pretty much convinced me, Gorfius. You've made a good argument.
I mean, I'm super down, but also I wanna go inside this thing.
Well, look, we can go inside and blow it up from the inside.
Well, we're gonna have to go inside no matter what, right?
Yeah, we have to get the thing.
I guess we're just gonna go in blasting, like we're not. Alright.
Okay, we'll try. Yeah, so we'll do blasters. And
No,
stuff.
Gorfius, I'm sold. All right, we're gonna blast it.
Yeah, you've made a good argument.
So have we settled on an assault job?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I am going to need an engagement roll. And just like every time, we'll go through a checklist of questions to see how many dice you get on this.
Well, it's daring, I can tell you that.
It's definitely daring. So like always, you start with 1 die. I feel like this is a particularly bold job. You guys are pretty good at doing bold things. So that's +1. I don't think it's overly complex, so no penalty there. Does this expose a vulnerability? I don't think so. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? You said you wanted to get Kulakt involved. You want him as like your science officer?
Yeah, we're bringing hunky
100%
scientists.
we want a hunky
Yes.
science officer.
Yes.
Cool. I think that counts. So that'll bring you up to 3 dice. You know, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to impose any of the normal penalties, even if they might be justified. So somebody give me a fortune engagement roll with 3 dice.
It's a 6.
A 6. So you are going to start this job in a controlled position. Huge. The submarine descends. Kulakt joins you. He mans the console where you are tracking this beacon. As hours and days pass, as you traverse the depths of Mem's ocean, you get closer and closer and closer, until you see in the pitch darkness of the ocean an orange light up ahead. The mutant way kraken that houses the agony and that holds the key that you need. And it has not detected you. And you are able to unleash your opening salvo of weaponry to try and bring this thing and everything inside it down. We cut away from the action of the crew of the Phoenix 13. And we go to a lonely, dimly lit bar on Mem. Sad music is playing from a space jukebox. And we see a disheveled and distraught Yorbra Rahim sitting at the counter. He's clearly been here for quite a while, nursing some bottles. And I'm gonna play my banked complication from earlier as we see another figure approach Yorbra Rahim. And this figure says, "Hey friend, seems like you've had a rough day. You want to talk about it?" And Yorbra Rahim looks up at this stranger who has just approached him and seen the scarred face of Razor the Bounty Hunter.
Our mortal enemy.
And we will pick up with whatever's going on next time on Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Niddle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.